Kratos is the main protagonist of every God of War game and is clearly the series' icon. He's what represents the franchise 90% of the time. With what we can speculate about the next God of War game, he might not actually be needed for the next entry into the franchise. So what is going on? Well, stay tuned to today's video as we're going to discuss the next God of War game doesn't need Kratos and some other gaming news from the past few weeks. First of all, the next God of War game doesn't need Kratos. Though we haven't had any official word on if there will be a third God of War game in this new franchise, it's pretty clear that they're setting up for a third game already. God of War Ragnarok is coming out at the end of the year, and it's going to be another game-changing story for our Father of the Year, the God of War. Kratos has been the protagonist for 8 God of War games, including spin-off titles on other consoles. From comic books to novels, and even an upcoming live-action series based on the games from Amazon, Kratos has been there every step of the way. However, it looks like something or someone new might take over the franchise after Ragnarok. From the other characters who've been featured throughout the God of War series, Kratos' son Atreus is the one most evident to take up the protagonist mantle. Kratos has grown into a tired, aging man and is trying to instill in his son a better way of life than one that involves killing gods. Kratos' many murders in God of War is the entire basis of the series, and Atreus being his successor would mean Kratos ultimately fails in his goal. Ragnarok may very well end up with a tragic ending in which Atreus cannot escape the fate seemingly laid out by his heritage, but that won't be known until the game finally releases. Kratos may have to fall from what we can tell, and that means that Atreus has to take over his father's mantle in some form. If Kratos has to die for his son to live, that's definitely something in his character that would make sense at this point in the story. We don't know what's going to happen next, but the ending of Ragnarok could be insane. It could lead into a time jump for Atreus where he finally becomes a man and takes on his father's legacy, possibly even heading back into the Greek Parthenon and returning to his father's lineage. What do you think about this? Let us know down in the comment section below. And now we have some other gaming news from the past few weeks. Next up, we have games coming out this March. Though the month of March is seemingly coming to an end already, we have some amazing games coming out soon or may have already been released by the time you're watching this video. One of the biggest games that is releasing this month is Wonderlands. This is a spin-off of the Borderlands franchise and follows a different looter shooter formula than we've seen before. Set in the crazy mind of beloved character Tiny Tina, we have a Dungeons and Dragons-esque experience filled with Borderlands humor and, of course, loot. The game feels different to a normal Borderlands experience according to those who have already played or tested the game, but feels the same in other aspects. This game is looking amazing and is going to be released on the 25th of March. Keep your eyes open for this one. Another game fans have been waiting ages for is the release of LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. This game has been in the eyes of many Star Wars fans and many gamers for months now. The game went through many delays and even nearly a cancellation because of how large the game became. What was once a normal LEGO game became the 3 Star Wars trilogies wrapped up into one, with a new combat system and even an open world-esque gameplay loop. This game is looking incredible and seems to be a LEGO experience we haven't had before. These games were originally designed for kids, but as we have grown up, things have changed. These games have become something that anyone can enjoy, and they're designed for even adults now. The game has more complex combat systems and even better puzzles and gameplay. This one is truly looking amazing and seems to be a Game of the Year contender already. What do you think about this one? Let us know in the comments below. And now, For Honor gets crossplay after years of fans asking. For Honor is one of Ubisoft's last ongoing games and seems to be doing even better than usual. Though the game doesn't have the following it used to have, the fan base are dedicated and love this game to death. Over the years, the fan base has dwindled, and being split between 3 platforms doesn't help that much. Fans have been asking for crossplay to be implemented for ages now, but the team said it was much harder than people think. The team themselves have downsized, and they're producing less but better quality content. The game went from 4 characters a year down to 2 over the past few years, and is now getting a little more support. Finally, the announcement of crossplay for this game also included a new season, and even the introduction of hero skins. Another things fans have been waiting for years now. Hopefully this breathes some new life into For Honor, as it's one-of-a-kind game that people love and hate at the same time. It's a game that doesn't have any other comparisons, just like Rocket League. If it goes, then that experience is gone forever. Hopefully things go well for this game, as its fan base is dedicated. Finally, the Elden Ring will take about 30 hours to finish. From what we've heard about the game from those who have played it, and of course press outlets, the main story of the game should take you about 30 hours. This is already much longer than the previous Souls games, and even something like Sekiro, which was already much bigger and more open than a Dark Souls game. However, of course, this will probably be much longer for the main story if you keep dying over and over again to the main bosses in the game, so good luck with that. Press has been assured that even the Souls veterans will have a tough time with some bosses and enemies in Elden Ring. Producer of Elden Ring, Yasuhiro Kateo, spoke on the game taking about 30 hours to complete, but of course you can put even more time than that into the game if you so desire. This will differ significantly by player, but in terms of the targets set during development, the idea is that the main route should be able to be completed within around 30 hours, Kateo said. The game as a whole is quite massive and contains many dozens more hours worth of gameplay, but if we are talking about only the main route only, it shouldn't take much longer than that. The biggest thing going into Elden Ring is the difficulty of it, just like any other Souls game. However, because Elden Ring is more open world, the developers have assured players that there will be many bonfires for you to save your progress at and respawn at if you need to at any point. This game is going to be amazing. Hopefully the game time reflects that as well. Now that the game has been released, it doesn't look like anyone has finished it yet. When they were referring to the 30 hours, it seems like they meant the main storyline. Many players got into the game and haven't even reached the first boss because they've been exploring the world. The game is just amazing and shows how an open world can work with a game like Dark Souls. Clearly they were referring to how the game can be beaten without exploring much, but fans are showing that they can squeeze everything out of this amazing game. Fans are already 20 hours or more in and haven't even killed the first main boss. It's just crazy what a fan base like this can do. Are you playing Elden Ring? Let us know down in the comment section below. And that's the end of today's video. The gaming sphere is getting better and bigger with each passing year. Now that the next generation of consoles are in full swing, we're sure to get even better experiences that will blow our minds. Many games are on the horizon for sure, and even though we don't know many of them yet, it's an exciting time to be a gaming fan. God of War Ragnarok is coming sometime later this year, and both Xbox and Sony have big plans for their flagship consoles in 2022. Let us know what games you're excited to see released this year down in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like this video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye.